Hey guys, and welcome to the Funhouse. Oh, and ladies too. Let's not forget the ladies. Turns out that I have some lady subscribers. Thank you very much, ladies. I don't know what drew you to me, but I'm grateful to have you there. So thank you very much, ladies and gentlemen, for joining me at the Funhouse. I have this old rickety piece of furniture that I have been using for a workbench of sorts. And one of the drawer fronts, I tried to open it. It's pretty heavy. It's full of clamps. And the face ripped off. So the rest of them don't look so great either. And this is for out in my workshop. It is not something that's ever going to go back into a house again. You can see the veneer all peeled off. And it's pretty beat up. So I'm going to fix it, but I'm going to just fix it utilitarian-wise. I'm not going to fix it for looks. I've got these metal brackets that I found laying around. So take that, everybody. So you have too much crap. Why don't you get rid of all that crap you have? You get too much crap. Because I hold on to it, and then I need it, and then I use it. And now I'm not going out and buying it. So, meh. So for all my fellow hoarders out there, use this to ward off your enemies. At any rate, I got two different sizes, and coincidentally, they're the right sizes that I need for the one skinny drawer and all these thicker drawers. I was thinking about putting them on the outside, but I don't really have the width, and I can't do things half-assed. I have to commit to a full ass. So, in the interest of 100% ass, I'm going to put the brackets on the inside. And I'm going to screw them, but then I'm going to drill through the wood, through the bracket, and I'm going to bolt it together with some garbage-picked hardware that I happen to have laying around. So, let's get started. Here seems like as good a place to start as any. Get some screws picked out that won't go through the wood. See if I can stab myself in the leg. Now that's entertainment. Okay, so I'm using these slightly longer ones, which are all conveniently mixed up for the front, which is thicker. That looks good. That looks good. That looks good. That one. And then, of course, I'll use shorter ones for the skinny side. Get a little light. Oh boy. It's tight down there. Oh, I hate it when I'm at risk of stripping out the screw. My father used to yell at me, get in there square. You know, you don't want the screw tilted. Get in there square. Find a bit that fits it good. But sometimes you gotta do what you gotta do. See if this comes through and into my leg. No. Alright. If this joint was loose, I would set this back a bit and then use the screws to pull the joint together, but it seems to be alright. On this one anyway. Now let me pick out some of the shorter ones. Sure, it would be nice to have a cleaned off workbench. But wish in one hand and poop in the other, right? See which one fills up first. These look good. Nope, they're a little bit on the long side, but I'll just hit them with the grinder. Grind them flush. Try to run them on a bit of an angle too so that it gobbles up some of their length. Oh boy, this one, it's half stripped already. I don't need any through bolts, but seeing as how I went through the trouble of rounding them up, it's just barely coming through. Hit that with the grinder, it should be good. I better check. I hope you guys are seeing all that. All right, I sorted some screws off camera because you didn't need to see that. My videos are boring enough without watching that. So let's get some holes drilled and get this thing reinforced on this corner. Then I can move on to the other corners. Get some oil on here. It's going to burn up if it hasn't already. That fits nicely. All right. Each one of these will get a washer and a nut. And then I'll trim it off with the grinder. Now we'll do the other side. Well, that's one down. Only 5 more to go. Try putting it the right way, Jim. I did the outside first because I'm going to knock it all into place, and then I'll screw it into the front so it keeps the joint closed up nice and tight. shame to be wasting such long bolts, but they're free. They're in my possession. They don't cost me a dime. So even though it's only, you know, probably under $20 worth of hardware, well, who knows in this market, might have been $100 worth of hardware the way things are going. These are a little rusty, so I'm gonna use the screw gun to wind them in. One entire drawer done. I'll spare you the boredom. Oh my God, guys, something amazing happened while you were gone. It's unbelievable. It's indescribably beautiful. My workbenches, they're clear. For the first time in I don't know how long. I can't believe it. I could cry. They're clear. I don't even have anything laying on the belt sander. Gnomes or elves or something must have took pity on me. So through a twist of irony, as I was fixing and reinforcing the drawer front on the second shelf, it popped off on me. And that sparked a memory. I think the reason the top one didn't pop up hard on me was because I had already taken it apart and re-glued it years ago. So in addition to the bracketry that I'm installing, I am actually going to take this drawer out and re-glue the joints and then put together the bracketry and clamp it to dry. I will do the same to the bottom one. This was originally built as a gluing and clamping table. That's why I have this 2 layers of 1/2-inch plywood glued and screwed together, cantilevering all the way around so that there's somewhere to clamp around the whole perimeter of the table. And I think, yeah, if need be, you could even get through back there if I want to strap something down to the table. So it will ironically be used for its intended purpose while repairing itself. Maybe it is a healing bench. I cut these blocks out of scrap wood. I don't feel like using the metal brackets on all 4 corners, but I am going to put these in the back with glue. I'll pop the joint apart as best I can, fill it with glue, pop it together, put this in, brad nail through into it. With, of course, this will be glued as well. And then I will put glue along the sides and the front and put the front in and brad nail that, screw it, drill it and through bolt it, and this can set up overnight for the glue to dry. Alright, that joint back there won't pop apart, so it's glued pretty good as is. But I am going to see to it that it stays that way. Make sure you don't have your hand anywhere near where you're going to nail so that you don't put a nail into your hand. So if I'm going to nail the top, I'm going to hold it at the middle. Yes, I know the nails are coming through. I'm going to trim them with a pair of cutoff pliers. You know, again, this is not a piece of furniture for in the house. So I'm not trying to achieve the same level of perfection as in a house. Obviously you could stand this up with a piece of wood pushing against there, or clamp it. Any number of things you could do if you wanted to. Now, while this is together, it's fanned open a little bit here on the top. So I'm just going to get a little glue in there. Get a clamp on it. Oh yeah. Now I'll know it. Yeah, maybe I'll leave that clamp until it dries. It popped open again. So this corner is coming apart. First I will help it come apart, and then I will help it stay together forever. Okay. Second verse, same as the first. Put a little bit on the bottom. Okay. Get a paper towel ready. Now, first things first, I'm going to try to push this corner together and get a couple brad nails in it. Okay. Now, let's do the same thing we did on the other side. Clamp it this way first, but I'll keep it pushed against the side as I tighten the clamp. Get a couple nails in from the back. Now, clamp it this way. Get a couple in from this side. Try to nail caddy corner. That way it gobbles up some of the length of the nail. Here's a little trick you can do too. Take two hammers, come out from both sides. Alright, so I'm going to get this front on. Sadly, this would normally be left to expand and contract, but I can't take that risk with this thing. It's like, if I give it the opportunity to pop apart, it pops apart. also get some on here too to play it safe. Not that it matters, these metal brackets are gonna do quite the job on this. Alright guys, cross your fingers for me. Uh-oh. It would appear I miscalculated on these metal brackets. Yeah, let me unscrew them and try that again. So we had way more problems than I realized, and basically this is warped in a U shape, so the top and the bottom are pulling away. So it's kind of no wonder it's sprang apart and the glue gave up. But I have wrestled the warp out of the wood, and now I'm going to screw in my brackets, and then I'm going to through bolt my brackets. And I'll leave it clamped overnight though, just so that everything is nice and snug and tight. Well, it was no easy task, but I got my corners in, screwed and bolted. Got my clamps on, however I could get them to clamp what they got to clamp. So leave it like that for the glue to dry. Just to explain something to you guys, so there's a metal bracket in here, and if you look, I put a washer and then a nut. It doesn't need a washer. The metal bracket can act as a washer. The problem is I don't have a lot of room for the screw to stick out before it'll hit the frame of the dresser. I think it'll clear. If it doesn't, I think I can countersink it a bit or tighten it and crush it into the wood a bit. In the event that it pulls through, these screws have been cut long enough to make it through the wood, through the metal bracket, and through a washer. So that means I can take this nut off, take the screw out, switch the washer to the outside, and put the nut on, and I won't have to use a new screw. So that's why I'm doing what I'm doing. But I've decided that in the front, where room is not an issue, the screws are getting washers. This other shelf is in really good shape in the back corner here, both of them. But nonetheless, I'm going to put these blocks and these glue in. I'm just not going to try to split this apart since it won't come apart anyway. But I'll glue and nail these blocks in the corners and then get to work on the front. Well, this was unexpected, but the drawers have been clamped and the glue has been able to dry for several days. Lots of things came up and kept me away, so anyway, these should be ready to be put back into service. Put that back in here for now. You get the point. Well, okay. Got these fixed, got all the stuff back in them. They still fit in the opening. They still hold everything. And that's another project down. I don't know what I should consider this. Maybe the healing bench. Maybe just fixing some old crap? I don't know. Tell me in the comments what you think. Thanks for watching. Have a good one.